This is Paul from Hot and Humid Hydroponics. It is April 24th on beautiful Sunday here in a suburb of Tampa, Florida, Riverview. And just want to kind of give you an overview of what's going on. So all these, this is my tower garden, hydro tower garden. This went in as of seed as of March 8th. So March 8th, all of this was nothing but seed and bare hydroponic mix. And as for the tomatoes were purchased over at Grace's Hydro Garden Supplies and Organics in Tampa, Florida. These two were, that is a blueberry tomato and that is a sun gold. And this was from Worm's Way. This has actually got a funnier story from it. This is a Tycoon seed tomato, which I sold some seeds to Rick Breckenridge, who is the manager over at that store. And those, this is from seed. And the funny part about it is I ended up, because I lost all of my seedlings and my tomatoes this season, I ended up doing strictly just this one from him, and he was gracious enough to give me one of them. So I sold him seeds, and he gave me a tomato plant back. So thank you again, Rick from Worm's Way. So just doing a calendar update. Those are my yellow sticky traps. No, nothing but the usual predators this time of year, but I don't really see anything else. There's no whitefly, which is really what I'm looking for, and I don't see any aphids on my yellow sticky traps, so that's good news. The lettuce, guys, the lettuce is crazy. I got to get this stuff before it bolts, but it's actually been very, very bolt resistant. I got some bolt resistant varieties, and they are actually at full head strength. So I need to harvest all this lettuce, and I'm probably going to bring a bunch to my church, and we'll see what happens from there. The bok choy's gone crazy. The gun show has gone so crazy that it's gone to seed. You know, I've never tried the gun show personally. I haven't had a chance to make any, and it just kind of bolted to seed already. Now, it seemingly attracts a lot of bugs, so I'm not a real big fan of that. The bok choy is doing really well this season. And another really big one is the Mizuna. The Mizuna is awesome. And here we've also got some, this is not dill, but this is, well, I'll get back to this one. I can't think of it for the moment. But this is my, if I'm saying it correctly, Lacanito kale. This kale is also known as dino kale, and it is also exploding and getting a lot bigger. Other than that, couple of lettuce heads here that I had from when they were changing over. There's supposed to be some spinach in here, but guys, I just, for whatever reason, it got overwhelmed by everything else. So I think there's a couple of pieces of spinach in there. When I pull the lettuce heads, they'll probably reappear. You know, as far as bugs, guys, I haven't had a problem. Oh, and don't forget, I'm sorry, who am I kidding? The star of the show, Rainbow Lights Swiss chard. So everything is awesome. Everything is growing beautifully. I've got no complaints. Everything is just astounding. Well, better be careful when I twist that. And these butterhead lettuce, this oak leaf lettuce, is just remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. Just beautiful as well. Now, here's something you guys have never probably seen that I'm actually pretty excited about. This right here is called callaloo. Okay, this is also known as amaranth, but this is a Jamaican variety of that. And the reason I grow this is because it is heat tolerant and it's a little bit tasty. So I'm pretty excited about that. The tomatoes I'm also, again, very excited about. But I'm going to move over to the Dutch buckets here. Here's some black watermelon. That's a bottle of peppermint Castile soap. If you don't have any of that, guys, get some. The peppermint variety has a real strong peppermint oil in there. It's great as an insecticide. It's all natural and works out very well. Over here, I've got some growing. I'm going to see if I can get in there. And there they go. That's patty pan squash. Little guys. But this right here, this has been the thing that has been driving me the craziest the most. This is a tigress squash. I'm just thanking God that I only planted one. I believe actually there's a couple of plants built into one here, but this is kind of crazy. There is some squash fingers going on inside there, so I'm really excited about that. This is supposedly going to be a Jackson Classics cucumber. I'm having some difficulty trying to hunt those down. I was able to tease the vine out of there, but because of this super huge squash, sorry about the shaky camera, it has been kind of difficult. So as I'm looking down in here, I do see some growing, but it is going to be a struggle for this one this year. Good news is that I do have bee action, so the pollinators are out and in charge, so I'm always careful around those guys. Let them do what they do best. And other than that, the peppers are coming in beautifully. So lots and lots of peppers. I am so excited about the peppers this season. I can hardly stand it, because this is actually I got a mixture of bell peppers. Here's an example. That's one of my bell peppers, and it looks like I've got a good number of them coming in. And this guy is just exploding. He's been the best one so far. And these peppers will turn a bright orange and a bright yellow. So this bush will get bigger and bigger and bigger. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those types of bushes. These are my beans. The bean crop is going to be really nice this year. This is a mixture, a tangled mixture of Vortex beans and red long pole beans. So we'll be looking forward to harvesting those as well. Well, that's it for the update. Nothing crazy. Everything is just going on. I've been kind of quiet lately. I've been buried inside my finals for school and writing papers. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate. Again, my name is Paul. I'm with Hot and Humid Hydroponics, and thank you for tuning in.